The new major order is to build the Death Star. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the channel. Look at this. The planet X-45 in the Ymir sector is home to a lost advanced weapon lab from the First Galactic War. Buried underneath rubble and abandoned due to dangerously high radiation levels across the planet, the lab was working on development of a powerful interplanetary battle station. It's the Death Star! Now, with radiation levels abated to completely safe levels, yeah, right, evacuation and recovery of the lab's work can begin, which will allow the eventual construction of this battle station. Oh my giddy good lord. Until then, the automaton assault may be slow, but will be extremely difficult to stop altogether. It is imperative that X-45 be held until the plans for the battle station are recovered. This is Star Wars, it is the Death Star, and I hope to God we get to actually fight on this thing, or it's used as something to play on. It's not just a thing that's in the lore and it gives us a buff to capture rate. I will be disappointed. Actually, maybe it will be a thing, because I'm pretty sure I've seen some leaks. I'm not going to put them in this video because Sony will literally shut my channel down, of a space station kind of 3D model. So maybe there's hope for that. Anyway, look at this. It's the first mission I joined. The game crashed. There are performance issues in this game that are getting worse. You've got crashes, you've got massive drops in frame rate, all of which I'm going to show you in this video. But we've also got the CEO actually saying, yeah, there's a hotfix coming soon. We hope it's going to fix a bunch of these issues. But it does feel like they're just getting worse and worse and worse as time goes on. And nothing is actually as bad as the game just crashing. It feels so terrible, especially on longer missions, because it can feel like, hey, I've put a lot of time into this. The game's crashed. I can't even rejoin that mission. Super annoying. All right, let's take a look at this. So this is the major order, a bit more detail. So it says the planet X-45 is home to a lost advanced weapons lab from the First Galactic War that was developing a powerful interplanetary station. Evacuation of the lab's work is underway. However, the automatons have launched an assault to rout our forces in the Ymir sector. It is imperative that X-45 be held until plans for the battle station are recovered. Consult the galactic map on your ship for more information. Now, you will notice this is the swamp biome, or the jungle biome, whatever you want to call it. I think it's more of a swamp biome against the bots. Now, we've been asking for this for a while. Yes, it feels good to play against the bots, but if you haven't played against the bots for a long time, and I'm going to raise my hand because I'm absolutely in that group, I've just been playing against the bugs. Yeah, you forget how deadly the bots are, and they just kill you, and it's like, okay, we're dead because we've been hit by a bunch of rockets from who knows where. Anyway, performance problems. This is huge. So in this mission here, I actually had a massive drop in performance. It happens around about now. I think a 500-kilogram bomb or something goes off. Maybe it's some of the trees getting exploded. My frame rate tanked. Now, it's hard to see in the video, and I don't have an FPS counter actually on the screen, which probably would have helped. Because YouTube videos are only 60 FPS. But I was playing at this upwards of 200 FPS, and it tanked. And I mean, it tanked right down to like 60, 70. And you can really feel that, right? Especially because I play on a 240 hertz monitor. Actually, no, I think it's 360 hertz this monitor, but whatever. I can tell the drop in frame rate, and it feels terrible. So they need to fix this. Anyway, this cropped up over on Twitter. This user says, I'm sad. I haven't been playing as much lately. The constant crashes mid-mission, the drop in frame rate, the social menu being bugged, and it has not been a fun gaming experience. 15-minute missions are okay, but longer ones invite crashes I can't rejoin because I can't play with friends. And now Shams, the CEO, responds with, update coming this week by the looks of it. Hope it does the trick, but we'll keep at it regardless. Now, this is good news, right? These are the kind of problems that are not flashy, that don't bring players back to the game, but they keep players in the game if they get rectified fast. No one wants the game to crash. No one wants performance to be terrible. And it seems like performance has been getting worse the more stuff they add to the game. It's almost like the game's getting more and more complex, more things are being added, and it's causing more issues. It's a major problem, and I hope they can fix this fast. And I remember around the launch of the game, we were having crashes all the time, and it did get much better from then, but it kind of feels like we're sort of going back a little bit in some regards, where things are just starting to be annoying. You're getting crashes. You sit down for a play session, you will get a crash. You will get frame rate drops. You might be able to play 2 or 3 missions and there's no frame rate drop, and then suddenly the performance has gone terrible and you've got no idea why. It feels trash, and it really, really, really needs to be fixed. All right, let's talk about this space station and what this major order could be, because there are a couple of options here for this. So the first one, now, this is kind of the boring option, and this is the option it's probably going to be, right? This is if we ignore the fact that I've seen a 3D model of what looked like a space station and all of that. Ignore all of that. This is probably just going to be some sort of story lore beat. Okay, we've got the plans. Maybe the space station gets built. If it does, then it just becomes a buff for whatever capture percentage in whatever sector. And maybe it's mobile and it can move around, and that's a way of them buffing certain sectors to allow us to capture them faster or reduce the capture rate of the enemy on certain planets in a sector. It could just be that, right? Which will be a bit lame, but whatever. It's a thing. The other thing it could be is literally a full-on space station that is somehow somewhere we complete missions on, or it's a thing which we'll be able to see physically on the galactic map. We can go there, and if we can go there, maybe, and this is like complete, absolute, ridiculous hopium, and I'm just like speculating like crazy here. What happens if it was some sort of like massive social hub where you could go and meet other Helldivers, and you're not just restricted to sitting on your ship? You're just not on the destroyer anymore. You could go to the social hub and chill on the space station. That could be really, really cool. Think of other games that do this. Games like Destiny, Warframe. I think Warframe does it, right? A bunch of other different games. Big social hubs. I even just look at MMOs, right? Look at the cities in major MMOs. Look at Final Fantasy and stuff like that. You know, people, they congregate around those social hubs, and it adds another element to the game rather than just straight up playing the game. And maybe that would really help Helldivers. The other thing is it becomes like, I don't know, a place where there is one type of mission on it, where maybe we build the space station and then the bots invade the space station and then we need to get on there and blow it up. Or there is another option. What happens if it's actually moved to the front of the Meridian wormhole and it's used as like a defensive platform for whatever ends up coming through there when the Illuminate eventually show up through it, as we expect them to do. So there's a lot of different things this could be, right? So we can go mental with speculation, but the one thing that's actually making me super happy about this is it's finally something that's a bit more interesting as a major order. It's not just go and kill a certain number of bots or bugs, or it's not just go and liberate a star new again for the billionth time, or it's not just liberate 5 planets or whatever and come back in 4 days. They're kind of boring. They don't really add anything to the story. This kind of stuff does add stuff to the story. Now, what I hope they do is give us things with this, and I hope they don't give us the goddamn anti-tank mines. We do not want that. Because if this thing's a weapons lab, or there's a weapons lab on the planet, maybe we'll find some advanced weapon tech that we can use. Maybe it's a new stratagem. Hopefully, like I said, it's not the anti-tank mines. We don't want the anti-tank mines. Mines are terrible. We want big things that blow stuff up. Now, the other thing as well, while I'm going crazy on speculation, but just watch me die here. This is actually soul-destroying. Because, look, we don't have reinforcements. And I literally, honestly thought I could just get across that, and I died. This is stupid, guys. Arrowhead, this is stupid. This is me just moaning. This is actually stupid. Why would I die there? Like, what? It's just a knee-high pond, and I've died. It makes no sense. It's stupid. Fix it. Anyway, the wild speculation I was going down the route of is the Death Star laser. Imagine, not the fully powered one, but I'm thinking the one from, like, oh no, I forgot the name of the film, the Rogue, what's it called? Rogue One. Yeah, the best new Star Wars film, by the way. Probably one of the best Star Wars films there is. Also, Andor is a really good series as well. Yeah, they're my 2 favorites. Anyway, that Star laser, like from Rogue One, that just sort of does a little tiny bit of its power, but is good enough to blow up an area. That'd be super cool. They could kind of do it if you think about it. They've already got the visual effects in for the orbital laser. Just make that sort of appear once, change the color of it, and a big explosion when it ends. That'd be really cool. Maybe that's something we'll get. Maybe the space station could just be in a sector, and if you're in that sector fighting, you get access to it as an additional stratagem where you can fire its primary weapons at whatever planet. Again, that'd be super cool. So there's a load of options here, guys. I want you to go crazy in the comments below. Let me know what you think about this. But yeah, like Helldivers, I think this game is always going to have a place in my sort of gaming... It sounds cheesy to say it, but like in my gaming heart, because this is a thing you can jump on and you will have fun. You can have a good time. Even if it remained the same as it is right now. Obviously, if they fix performance issues, yeah, you're always going to have this to come back to. But I think it's over to them, isn't it, to push this forward, to develop the game, develop the story, develop the way they play the game. And yeah, new social systems. I mean, maybe the space station idea of it being a social sort of hub, maybe this could be guilds, clan systems, or anything like that they end up adding to the game. But maybe that's all a little bit pie in the sky at the moment. And I think probably this will just be like a sector buff. But you never know. All right, guys, thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, then let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. And I will catch you a lovely lot on the next video. See you soon.